guys, welcome to Tarot Spinning. My name's Kathy and today we're going to do, the reading's going to be pick a card. We're going to do 3 picks and today's going to be all about the new moon, which in the US is on the 11th of May and in Australia is on the 12th of May. So either way, whichever place you're in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put some moon cards out. Queen of the Moon and Oracle and then Moonology. So I'm going to just shuffle these and then we're going to just pop some out on the spin and then we'll get the 3 spins. Well, there's one of them for sure. And on that note, I'm going to stop and put them out. Let's see what we get for the new moon. And of course the new moon is all about setting intentions that you actually want to bring in. So we'll see what the intentions are about for this new moon coming now. Ooh, I don't know if I've got enough or too many, but we shall see. So we get 1 spare. Well, I think we did this one other time. I had 1 spare and it was in all the readings. We just incorporated it. Now, we're also going to get, these are my really big deck, as you can see how massive they are. This is for, oh wait a second, we'll do this first. Getting ahead of myself, just getting a bit carried away there, you know. Rich Russian, fist fussing around. Okay, this is for reading 1. So we'll just get your stone first, which your reading is going to be a turquoise. And you'll see that on the picks at the beginning in the card selection, but this is for the little turquoise. I'll just pop that there. This is the moon cards for reading 1, please. What they need to know. Bit of a big spin. And we've stopped. They're good enough to be there. The card everybody's going to get is Prosperity Lies Ahead. Well, that's not a bad card for everyone to actually get. Now we've got Abundance. This is looking pretty nice, guys. And conclusions are within reach. So on that note, I don't mind these cards at all. Abundance. Yeah. Hunter Moon, I think it says. But she's got beautiful picture of the goddess or a goddess there, and she's holding a, it could be a fox or it could be a puppy. I'm not sure. I'll just put it up. Hopefully you can have a bit of a look at it. It's quite a pretty card. It's just you can't admire it because it's got to have all the table in shot so you can't get to just see the card. Now what we're going to do is pop. This is the, it's got a weird name, this deck. The TheRohrigTarot book and deck, which is, it is a tarot. It's just got really weird images and that on it, which I don't use it that often because of the size of it. But we're going to just get 1 card. Believe it or not, I've actually, you know, shuffled this deck like, you know, into each other, like cups, 8 of cups, 2, 4, 6, 8. So the 8 of cups is on this read, and it says on the cup, says on the card indolence, which I don't even know really what that means, but anyway, we know what the 8 of cups is usually walking away from something or leaving something behind. And these guys are the zodiac sign cards, and we're just pulling one out to see that one. Just what else we can get to say about a little bit more energy coming in around this new moon and about what's going on. This might, it just depends on everyone's how they resonate with it. This could be that time of year that this all actually happens. I really don't know at this point. I'm just going with the vibe of what I thought to use today. This energy is emotional, sensitive, caring and loving. It may concern the family, a mother or a child. But anyway, we'll see what comes up in the read as we go through into the tarot. So I'll just put that over there with the Queen. She'll look after that card. And I'll get my tarot. And of course, I'm going to use the Deviant Moon today, seeing there's a moon in that tarot name. Okay. What can we get for reading 1? Just pop that up there. We will put it back for reading 2 in a minute. Reading 1. What messages can we get for reading 1, please? What have we got to tell reading 1 about this new moon that's coming up in the next couple of days? And what intentions or what could be coming in if they pick this number 1 reading? Getting a lot, there's some now. Just as soon as I said it, it happened, didn't it? Okay, the first card we've got is the Four of Pentacles. So that has been and is usually hanging on to a bit of money, but we'll get some more cards out, and I've left the deck there in case I need it. Right, well, I would have turned them over and done it this way anyway. It's the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Is it? Yeah, that's a 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Just doesn't look like a very... It's got a chain around it, which is really weird. I'm just looking at it going, I don't remember that being like that. But anyway, there you go. Okay, pretty easy to see this line. Having to watch your money, having to watch your budget, having to watch how you actually, move your money around. It's not lack or no money, but you've definitely got to keep an eye on how your money, where you spend it. Is it a need? Is it a want? There's a little bit of lack there, and you're not stressing and hanging on to it, but you definitely are very strict. That's how I can just, the feeling is very strict. And the Nine of Swords is, there is a little bit of worry because this pattern's been hanging on for quite a while. It's been around for a fairly long period of time. But here's the Nine of Pentacles, and in any deck, the Nine of Pentacles is a really good omen for a windfall, some abundance. Your luck's changing, something's coming into play. I just need the Justice card and we'd be away. We've got the Hanged Man. So yes, this energy's been, see the little clock on his foot? It's been going for quite a long time, and it feels like, is this ever going to end? There's the Nine of, and see, as soon as I say it, the Nine of Wands. So that's that energy of the warrior, the wounded warrior who's coming back, and he's still walking with his wand. This is, I'm looking at another deck in my head, but in this one, he's just about given up the ghost. He's sort of like, oh, it's never going to change. It's always going to be the same. When? And of course you've got death. And the death sitting on the Nine of Pentacles is a really great omen to have, because it's the end of that cycle. The end of this phase is coming. It's coming into the finish. There's the sun. So that's what you want to be, is dancing in the sun. The Hierophant, which is another gateway. A lot of healing. A lot of energy moving forward in a positive way. And there's the Ten of Wands. So it's the end of a big cycle. And I just get that feeling, even though that we had the Nine of Wands just here, you're going to moving up into the 10. The 10 is a little bit, carrying a little bit of a load there, so I feel that will be able to be let go. The death, the money coming in, the death card, the death of that energy should be leaving, and you've got here, prosperity lies ahead. Conclusions are within reach, so things are about to come into their conclusion. They're all the ships are about to, come into the dock, and they're all about to line up, and you've got abundance. And the Eight of Cups walking away. Maybe in the Cancer season might be a time when all this happy energy is coming back in and it's all starting to change. It might not happen overnight, but even if it starts moving into that direction of abundance, even one toe in the door, that's the way you want to go. As soon as you start stepping into that energy, you've got to just keep trusting that this is it now. It's time for you to move forward and go into the energy that you're just grabbing this other deck, you've got to go forward into that energy that you should be having. But it's rightfully time for it to come into play. It's the right time for this to happen. You've been, you know, you've been doing all the work. You've been waiting and doing all the right things. It's time you got a bit of a payout. I just grabbed a little handful of these, which is the old other deck. There's the Hangman again to say that this has been a long time coming. You've been hanging around, waiting and waiting and waiting, and thinking, why is this not happening, or why is it not changing? And that's what you've been hanging around to walk away from and get out of, is out in the cold, poverty, that feeling of having to always, you know, watch your dollars and always be careful about how you spend. Got the Two of Cups there, so I'd say it's a bit of a happy sort of a celebration. That vibe gives me off that Two of Cups. It's definitely a like toasting, and don't really feel it's a marriage or an engagement, but it's definitely just a successful situation that you're toasting and sort of saying, yay, you know, it's here, we did it, or we made it, or, you know, depending, you might be single out there. If you are single, you might be meeting somebody or might be coming in around. Maybe they're the one with all the abundance and all the prosperity and all the, you know, the abundance and prosperity that lies ahead could be within another person. But the general read, it can't all be the one way. So I feel like it's more like celebrating and being quite happy and toasting that this has come to the conclusion where things are changing. Seven of Cups, definitely the energy of, oh, what am I going to do now? I could do this and I could do that, and I could, it feels all like this. You're sort of a bit giddy, you don't know which way to go. You're half like, oh, will I do this, will I do that? What way am I going to go? All right, there's way too many, but I thought I got a small amount. I just looked at it and went, I've got 2 million. Okay, here we go. Strength. There's the Devil, the Cups, King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Empress. Okay, pretty easy read there again too. The strength is what you've been coming from, is that you've been holding on and just going through the motions, and every day you get up and it's Groundhog Day, you're just going through the motions and rolling through it and keeping positive and keeping strong. Nine of Cups is that celebration, that energy of celebration, and it's time to celebrate, it's time for things to start changing, the energy's moving. The Devil, bit of doubt. I feel the doubt would come into that, oh, if things are just way too good, when's the other shoe going to drop? But there's the King of Pentacles. You're going to get up on top of this abundance, and you're going to start manifesting or bringing everything into play the way you want it to come in. And there's that Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like somebody out there somewhere is going to have a bit of luck shine on them. They're going to be a lucky break, a lucky... It can't always be the lotto, but you know, it's like something comes, you get something for the right price, you get given a job, you get offered free rent, all sorts of stuff. There's something there that comes in the form of abundance, but it's a boost, and it's a fairly significant boost. It's not just a small little thing. And there's the Empress, which is the mother of the tarot, so it's birthing of the new... she's usually pregnant, but I don't feel that's really going to pertain. Somebody out there might be being a bit pregnant, but it's more birthing this new life, this new venture, this new idea, this new way that's all coming in. And of course you have the Eight of Cups up there, and the Eight of Cups is walking away from that past life and from that past energy that you were sitting in all the time, moving into this new energy. So on that note, I'll pop some Making Magic out. I'll see what else Spirit can say about this. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, we're going to just do this because there's just 50,000 ones to pick from. And then, okay, can we get one card to sit on the pile here, not 5? There's one flipped, so that's going to do me. Okay, now we'll do a spin. And what's the last bit of a comment we've got here from Spirit to tell us about reading 1? Protection. strong protective magic for the family and the home. So again, they're just coming in to say that they're blessing and being around you and watching over you. Abracadabra with wings. Fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. Yes, that's the one we wanted to see flip out to just reaffirm this reading. So that's a great reading for reading 1. That would be a nice one. In Cancer, you'll have to see what comes in with Cancer. There's the Two of Cups. This person you could be, or the person coming around you could be Cancer, or have strong Cancer in their Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, depending. The energy is emotional, sensitive, caring and loving, and it may concern family, a mother or a child. Well, we did have this mother of the Empress there, so whether somebody does find out that they're having a child, or it is a blessing that they couldn't and they now can have or get a child, well, that to somebody that would be like winning the lotto. If they couldn't have a child and they finally find out they're pregnant, that could be all their wishes come true. So that's just another little, just caught my eye, that card, to think, oh, I meant to mention that when I read that Empress card. Cancer time of year's coming up, so it's going to be from about the 21st or 2nd of June. I should know, but I don't. bit vague on that. The cut-off date, it's always the 20-something, like early 20s, but anyway, I'm sure if you're Cancer you'll know. It's definitely it's definitely before the 20, I think it's the 21st, because I know people that are the 22nd and 23rd and they're on the cusp, so anyway. That's for from the 21st or whatever of June through till about the 21st or 2nd of July. Yeah, that's Cancer. I'm just thinking again, because then we're going to Leo. It's all good. It's all right. Don't mind me having a little moment there, thinking too much stuff in my brain. Emotional, sensitive, caring and loving. So it looks quite like happy days. We didn't get the Ten of Cups, but this feels like the Ten of Cups when I look at it. It's got that real celebratory, happy, joyful occasion where you're sort of like dancing around vibe. So I really hope this is your intention that comes in. If you pick reading 1, I hope this all comes your way. So thanks for stopping by and hanging out, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye, reading 1. Hey, reading 2. Welcome to your reading. This is for reading 2. We've done reading 1. So when I spun the cards out, just in case you didn't watch the card selection at the beginning there, or when it was at the beginning of reading 1 anyway, it's probably where it will be edited in, but this was the 7th card. I got all those cards out and this was one, so the last one we just sat there, and it's going to be included in everyone's reading. So we'll see how it fits into the situation, but here we go for reading 2. This is for you, for reading 2. And of course this is your stone reading 2. If it lands here, I'm going to spin again. Actually, I should have gone the other way. Anyway, this is your stone, and your stone is the zebra. The zebra stone. It's quite beautiful, the brown and brown. So I'll put that up there, and you'll see it'll be on the card selection. It'll be on the sitting on the cards that will be selected. So this one we have surrender. This is for the new moon, like I said at the beginning, the 11th in the US and the 12th in Australia. Waxing crescent, surrender. So they're asking you surrender. And a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So ooh, that's a bit full on. Surrender. And there's prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. So rightio, straight away we've got prosperity lies ahead, so there is some good coming. A fiery climax approaches, so it could be, we'll see what the cards lay out here, but there could be a little bit of fighting or a little bit of give and take. Being a fiery climax usually indicates there will be a little bit of give and take, a little bit of struggle. And then you're being told to surrender. So my read would be when this energy starts picking up and there's a bit of anxiety and a little bit of pulling and frustration coming in, would be to surrender into it. Don't fight. Don't. It's card 26 too, by the way, in case anyone wants to know that. And what we did before was I got out this big deck. This is my really big giant deck that I don't use because it's so big. But it's the TheRohrigTarot deck, which sort of looks, it sounds very Viking vibe to it, but who knows. But I'm just getting one single card, and it's just an overall energy across the whole reading for this reading. So we just got one card only. If any more than one fall out, I'm going to put them back because we only need one. And it's just going to be an energy that sits across the whole of this number 2 reading. So, and I have split these and done the divide and conquer shuffle, whatever you call that. Something from the Las Vegas poker rooms. And these cards you can do it easy because they're like flicking through a notepad size. One card only for reading 2, please. 3, too many. Okay, if I can't get one to flop, I will cut and just grab one. 1 for reading 2. I will cut. It's not happening. Alright, that's the card. Oh, man! I have to take both of them now because they just flipped both together, so I can't win a trick today. You got the Devil and you got the 10 of... I think it's a 10 of coins. Yeah, discs. Of course, couldn't see that's 2 words. Wealth. So the Devil and Wealth. So we'll pop them back up there and we'll see if we can get them to both sit there without falling. One's the Devil and one's the 10 of. And the other one we've been getting, the other thing I've been doing was with the Zodiac cards. They're only for the Zodiac signs themselves. I'm just giving them a weird shuffle here. This is what I did in reading 1. And I'll just pick one out from wherever. And just another bit of energy to come in across, because you could be a Pisces. Someone you know could be a Pisces. This energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. It confuses and softens resolve. So quite good with that surrender card there and the fiery climax. It's virtually saying to get that nice watery energy in around you, to sort of settle down into that situation, whatever's coming up. Right, let's get into it. Reading 2 with the Zebra Stone. What can you get us for reading 2, please? What else have we got for reading 2? Anything else for reading 2? That might be that, is it? Oh, okay. On that note, that'll do me for the minute. Just flick them up. I'm going to have to go that way now, because we'll just flick them up to see what I get coming out, because I could put them all out into sit where I want them to sit, but I try to get them as they come out, because it feels like that's how they're supposed to land, but it is a bit tricky, so I'll just go with the flow. We've got Judgment, 9 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. So waking up to a whole new day and a whole new way of life, and Gabriel's blowing the trumpet there. There is some abundance, but it's been slow moving to get to this point, or it could be this, where it's been slow moving. You get the 9 of Pentacles and then the Judgment is waking up, which reads better, doesn't it? You've had slow moving energy with money and abundance around you. Then the 9 of Pentacles comes in with some abundance or some luck. You got the Devil and you got the 10 of, like the big money at the top here. So again, we'll see which way we go with this. We've got the Moon, we've got the World, Page of Wands. I would say... Ooh, okay. Right, back to this. With the Moon, it's been hidden, and there's been something that's been kept virtually under the veil. It's been kept from you, hidden from you, and I'd say it definitely feels like it's to do with spirit, that this is this is all to do with making you go through a learning process or a healing process. There's been something that you've been doing, probably surrendering to the situations that have been coming in and around to get you through this energy or this learning curve. It's like a personal vibe it's got to it. You got the world sitting on the Nine of Pentacles. So the world, it's the end of this big cycle's coming in, and it's the beginning of a new cycle coming in. Got Judgment and the Page of Wands. So waking up, this whatever comes in and whatever changes in the near future, it happens overnight. It's very fast like that, and it's all just, oh, everything's changed. The game's changed. But the Two of Swords, the Chariot, and the Nine of Wands. So again, with the Two of Swords, there's a temporary peace. You're sort of in a bit of a two-minded situation there. You're still a bit humming and hawing. I think about which way to go, because here's the Chariot sitting in front of you here, and you, because of what's come in and the change that's come in around with this Nine of Pentacles, you're still having to stop and have a bit of a think about what you're going to do or how you're going to go about it. And it's with that slow energy, you're very tired. It's taken a lot out of you to get through this big cycle with this world and this big cycle that's come in and how it's all coming in around. It's been quite a long emotional journey to get through. See, and here was the energy that we were talking about with the Four of Pentacles. So money, again, was a bit tight, a little bit scarce. You had to watch how you were with your money and what you did with it. And here's the Six of Pentacles. So this was the yin and the yang of it. You've got one way or the other how they both played out. Then it gets to the money and the prosperity's become quite good now, and you've got money to actually enjoy and throw around a bit, it feels like there. Then you got the Eight of Pentacles. With the Eight of Pentacles, you're definitely looking at how to make this money grow, how to make this money become something. It's not the Master and the Apprentice in this card. It's definitely about making money. See how he's got the money coming out of like a machine here on a conveyor belt? You want this money to make more money. That's what I get from that. And you've got the Two of Pentacles, which is this juggling and working out the money, working out what way you're going to go with the money and how you're going to use it. Ace of Cups, quite nice with the Ace of Cups, because it's that really emotional, watery, happy sort of time where the energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. So I'd say after this really long cycle has coming to its, with the world there, it's coming to this big cycles turning and changing in your life. You're very reflective. You're going to be looking back and letting it wash over you on some level, because it's, I don't know, I just saw the guy in Forrest Gump when he jumps off the boat, Lieutenant Dan, and he's floating in the ocean. And Forrest is saying, you know, he made peace with God. Well, that's the feeling I get. It's like that you've got to this pinnacle and you're like, yes, I've faced the devil. You faced the demon, which isn't really a demon. But that's what that devil energy was about in this read, is that the monkey on your back. It's like you finally get rid of the monkey off your back, and it's time to float on your back and surrender and go with it and flow. And with the watery Pisces energy there too. And it's about this money or this wealth that's coming in, and it's quite, this money can be quite, depending on the sizing of it, it either is instantly a big amount of wealth, or it's enough wealth for you to make money from that money. And whoever's watching this, you're clever enough in this reading too to be able to do it. You've got the brains. Once you get the money in your hand, you can use it to make more out of it, like you can make it multiply. And all you needed was the opportunity. Once you got money, you can make money from that money. You're not going to, you've got the generosity card here beside it. And the Two of Pentacles lurking around. So it'd be a definite comment there to some people, is to stop and have a bit of a think. See, holding on to that money or giving it out, do nothing for the time being. That's why that Two of Pentacles is sitting on both of those cards there. You want to be generous and you want to hand it out round to everyone around you, family and friends. But my advice would be to use your brains in your little entrepreneurial way, make that money, make more money, and when you build it a little bit bigger, then you can, you know, you get this wealth going on. This is why this card's there, because this is like money for the family. It's like buying properties or buying buildings or multiplying that money into different, and it's usually into bricks and mortar, so it's usually into to do with the family, like inheritance, money that you could hand down. It's big money that you can hand down to your family down the track. You'll be able to give them wealth, but again, it gets tricky. The more the money builds, the trickier it gets, because then if they don't earn it, do they appreciate what they get? And all this is the devil energy that's in around all this. So all this will play into all this reflection and all this thinking about which way to go and how to make it work. That's why I like the idea of the property in that, because if you bought a property and somebody gets property and they can't actually sell it, they could rent it, but they can use it and live there and have it, but it's not money just to say, here, go and blow it all on a yacht and fly around the world or something. So this will be what the devil's about in this read. It's going to be that energy of think it all through and really make sure you work out which way what you're gonna do when this money comes in and how you're gonna put it out through the fam. I'm only going to get a small amount of these out because I've had so much in this cards here that it just keeps talking to me, so I'm like, right, move on to the next bit. It's a bit of home improvement, spending some money, improving, making things nice, making them look nice or making them look better. So depending on this amounts of money, you could start spending on maybe improving a property that you own, doing it up a little bit, and then it makes the actual amount of that property worth more money. Because you've invested money into it, it actually made it go up in the marketplace when you were going to sell it. You're sort of, you know, making that money make money, which is what I was talking about. You got the strength, so you definitely are able to do this, and you're able to get, this has all been laid out for you, this path. Sometimes you'll stop and think and say, what's going on? But you've definitely been going down, this is the road it was supposed to end up where it's going. And then you've got the Six of Wands, which is the victory card. So at the end of the day, you'll be victorious. It'll all work out. I'll just sneak the devil back up there, if I can get him to sit there. Hang on. You're only supposed to have one card, and of course we got two. So, right. Back to Making Magic. Okay, what can we say about this read? We've got three, okay. No more, no more as in no more shuffling, because you know what my shuffling is like. Here, let me throw a card in the air. Okay, let's see what we get from all these little bits of information. Okay, Trinket 5. Manifesting money and income. Of course you are, because this is what the read was all about, and how and what you're going to do once it does start coming in. How you're going to make it work for you, how you're going to make it. You're going to make that money, make money. That's what I see is a definite. Heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. Well, they've been guiding you down this. Every step you've taken's got you to where you get to. So that's all been part of what's happening. Healing, true healing of the mind, body and soul. Well, if this abundance with that Nine of Pentacles, when it comes in and it all starts going into your favour, there is a big weight gets lifted off your shoulders. That devil, that's what that devil's about. It's all that seeing the card, all that spewing out of his head, and all those different, a few different thoughts, a few different faces, all those different angles. It all starts clearing back up and settling down. Arwin, 3 rays of light, balancing male and female energies, peace and harmony. So that's great reading too. Sounds like there's lots of fun and games in that one. So hope you got something out of it. Thanks for hanging out with me and stopping by, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, reading 2. Hey, reading 3. This is your reading, and you've got a little piece of it sort of says it was lapis lazuli, but it definitely looks like lace agate as well. So whichever way it is, it's a beautiful little stone, and it'll be on your card for reading 3. So I feel it's like it might be a bit more like lace agate, but they say lapis lazuli, so who would know? Okay, we'll get on to the spin for reading 3. This was reading 1, reading 2. When I put the cards out for reading 1, we had 7 of these come out. So the last card, I put 6 out. The last one went here and everybody gets it in their read. They've just got an extra card. So let's get this organised and we'll get a spin and see what we've got. Reading 3, please. This is for reading 3 for the new moon. And if it lands on one of these two, I'm going to spin again. But there we go. We've got where we need it to go. That was great. Okay. You've got release. I think it was waning crescent, was it? Release. Beautiful card. She's got all the butterflies all sort of coming out of her, like shooting out of her sort of thing. And you've got show the world the real you. So, and I do know what this one is. Prosperity lies ahead. So, all these have had the same, they're not the same theme, but the theme's a little bit general there, that they've got show the world the real you, the prosperity's lying ahead, and release. So releasing that, it's card 27 too, by the way, releasing that energy of confidence, releasing that shyness, anything to do with releasing that standing on a stage feeling. Now what we did with the other cards, I'll do this one first. I have got this big deck that I don't use as much because of the size of it, and it's the TheRohrigTarot deck. We're getting one card. If more than one fly out, I'm putting them back. And then last read, I cut it, and then when I grabbed it to turn it, there we go. It's an overall feeling that is sitting in over the energy of the read, and you've got the Nine of Swords, which is a bit of a sad, bit of a state of affairs, but that can be, we'll see what way that goes with the energy. And these are the Zodiac cards. I've just been doing this weird rub them around on the table job. And then I'll just pick one out. And that's going to be Pisces again. So we had the Pisces energy in the last read as well. You could be a Pisces. You might know somebody that's a Pisces. And of course I'll read that to you. This energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. So, seems like release, with the tears coming out the eye there in that card with the cruelty. There can be some release or some forgiveness. We shall see what the cards do tell us about this reading, for reading 3. Rightio Spirit, we've got reading 3. What can we get for reading 3, please? Okay. Reading 3. Reading 3. Got for reading 3, thank you. Well, that one definitely wants to be seen. Okay, and they're flying everywhere. Okay, any more for reading 3 before I let this deck be filled? Okay, that's it. We're good. Alright, reading 3. Let's have a look. Right. Okay. We had the Devil. Really, it's a bit of a mess. I just didn't really take note, but I shall read, and I will read what comes up. We'll get there. Okay, first ones out we've got is the Eight of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Six of Swords. So straight away, that Devil energy would be definitely like that. And the Tower sitting on it, that would be even better. So the Devil energy has been that the monkey on your back, the vice, the endlessly going around and round, and Groundhog Day. That's how I get what I get from this Devil anyway, is that being haunted, There's something that hangs in and hangs around you in the dark, lurks in the darkness out the back there, and it is just like that little creepy devil energy. The Eight of Wands is, in this card, in this deck especially, he's got money and he's making money from money. He might be learning a trade, but I always feel like if he gets some money, he can make more money he can make it multiply. That's what that little machine's doing, is making the money multiply. Passage away from difficulties, so moving away, moving out of this energy. We'll see where this plays in a few more lines. I'll see where that comes in, because it could be sitting in, it was one of the first cards out, but it might be what you know, something you might know about yourself, as if I could just get some money, I could multiply it into more money. You'd have to see where we go with it. But passage away from difficulty, so it's moving forward and moving the thoughts into a different direction. The Tower card, well, we love to see the Tower, because the Tower just virtually is like lightning strikes. In this one, it's a spaceship, because hey, it could be, you never know, a bit X-Files, why not? And then you've got the Six of Wands, so that's the victory. That's coming home and you've won the battle. Here are you having a bit of a mental time out, because you have been in such a struggle and such a battle to get to this point. It's all been building, building, building. There's the Hermit, which is on that tower, which makes probably a bit of sense. And of course the Moon and the Emperor. So with that Moon and the Hermit, there's been a lot of shadow work going on, a lot of inner release. Like I just looked at that and thought, oh, that's that. I thought it was called surrender, and I just realised I said, but it was that inner release, that inner stepping through and out of old programs and old paradigms, everything that was, it's old, way back. It's things that were bubbling up from maybe even another lifetime. It feels that far back. And the Moon it's been hidden and kept from you for quite a while. So here's the Emperor. So you're starting to get into your power, into your strength. So you're starting to sit up on the throne and be like, right, it's all starting to become clear. The picture's starting to be painted. It's starting to become a bit more how it feels it should be. So we're going into here the Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles. Now my phone's ringing, but just take no notice. Answer machine will get it. Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. Back to where I was at. Rightio, we've got... So the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles here. So this is the Farmer's card. You're waiting for this money to come in, and you're waiting for some abundance to come in. But, you know, to me it would be like, this would be more to go. The Farmer's card would be, I just don't mind me, I just change it around to suit me. But this is waiting and trying to build something and trying to grow something and trying to get it to come into the Nine of Pentacles, where it starts to actually show that it's starting to make some money and build. Just like that Master and Apprentice card we had up the top there. There's the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and Strength. And this Two of Cups, to me, it feels like a celebration. Feels like you know, the things are balancing up, the emotions are balancing up, things are coming into a bit more of an even keel. You got the King of Pentacles sitting on top of that other money, so to me it's like you're starting to get in charge of the money and starting to be coming into your power. And the King of Wands, well, it's quite passionate energy, and he's quite, he wants to go get it. He's sort of like, he's got that go get it attitude, where he's quite willing to work, quite willing to put in the energy and the effort that's required to get this to happen. And of course there's the Strength, which I was just rattling on about, but I just didn't look at the card until once I finished talking. But anyway, King of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. So definitely had the King of Cups is back on that emotional body and getting in charge of that emotion. All this upset up here and all this dark night of the soul, anxiety, stress, any of that energy that's been sitting and hanging around in your past or recent past. any of that energy that comes in and out, and you go through that, and it's a very private thing. You don't really tell too many people you're feeling like that, but that's how it gets, is that your thoughts attack you, sort of thing. You can't escape them. It's like that, you know, you're a prisoner to your thoughts and they're all attacking you. But this is where the release is coming in now, where you're going to start letting that energy go and start trusting. The prosperity does lie ahead, and show the world the real you. Well, once you start getting into this King of Pentacles energy, and then you had the, you know, the Knight of Wands, which was very passionate and driven and moving forward into it. And you got the strength to do it. The strength, you've got more than enough strength to able to carry this on and go forward. King of Cups is getting back in charge and getting on top of that emotional situation with all the tears and all the upset. And this energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. So there's definitely a little bit of something or yourself that you need to forgive. You need to let it go. You need to let it wash away and let that phase finish and move forward. Here's the Ace of Wands. So it's gestation. It's the birth of something. And because it's a wand, it's quite fast moving. It's quite passionate and driven and picking up speed. And there's the Nine of Cups. So that's much of the celebration, a bit of content, happiness that's coming in, that prosperity's lying ahead. So it can be that things, once you start changing this change comes in and this shift takes forward into this other energy starting to pull through. You're letting some of this other, it's like some sort of forgiveness or something that I just say you're releasing. You're releasing something and letting something go that's been with you for a long time. A long, long time. It's number 27. I said I told you that card, didn't I? Oh, I'll get a few of these tarot out now. And just get the last little word here about, way too many. It's all good. There's the Tower. So something happens very suddenly that brings in, and it's divine intervention. So this has all been, it's a setup sort of thing, like it was, you know, you might think it was a freak thing that happened. It's definitely not. It was meant to happen, whatever comes in. All right, you've got the Four of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. So it's a bit of a celebration there again, like that Nine of Cups. We've got the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, and the Knight of Wands. So I don't know, because I threw them on the table. We're just going to put them, I'm not really going to put them in order. I'm just going to read across the energy whichever way it pops up to me. The Tower moment is definitely the first thing you needed to see, because when that Tower moment comes in, something happens overnight. And with that Wheel of Fortune, that's what I would feel would be the celebration, because the prosperity lies ahead, and the Wheel of Fortune can be automatically abundance and some money, because you've got the Queen of Pentacles here with a bit of luxury and a little bit of extra money to throw around. But being a general reader, everyone can't win the lotto. Wish we could, but you definitely get abundance where the wheel's turning in your favour. So something you've been working on, show the world the real you. You could be creating, you could be making, you could be starting a business or have started a business, and you're trying to get it to move or go forward. You're trying to build it. You're trying to make money with money. At the end of the day, anything you've been, because the Knight of Wands is there, so it's fast moving. Whatever you've been putting the energy into, it's about to pay a bit of a dividend, because everyone had this prosperity lies ahead. So it feels like to me that everyone's going to get a bit of a break. Wherever you've been lacking, whatever you've been needing to have fixed or come into balance, I feel like everyone's going to get, and this always looks a bit like money, but you do have the Lovers here. So whether there is two choices, there can be choices to make. Got that Nine of Swords there, so whether there was something and there was a problem with a partner or with a relationship, that's going to be resolved and released and fixed. Another option. And you've got the Fool, so that's you and the new journey that's going to start coming into play. It's not going to start playing its hand and start moving. The energy's just fairly steady. It's not too quick, it's not too slow, it's just moving forward, moving into the way you want it to go. But release and let that energy be gone, that Nine of Swords energy, and that the energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate and forgiving. So anytime a blockage is coming up or anything keeps bubbling up in this release situation, always keep letting that water and that energy just float past you, and just keep saying, you know, I'm letting it go, I don't want it anymore, I don't want it ruling me, I don't want it just being in my space anymore, I want to move past it and out of it. Alright, Spirit. They're going to go, that one will stay, but these guys can go out, because I feel, look at that, we've got that many as usual, me and my definite glorious shuffling. Let's go. Any more for reading 3 this is for? Okay. One enchanted evening, the perfect night. So somewhere, somehow, you could have the perfect night coming in with somebody around. Power symbol, cleanse, purify and protect the physical body. So again, with this energy getting drained, make sure you, you know, salt bath, recharge yourself in some way, meditate, all sorts of stuff. Ask the element of earth for grounding, stability and strength in times of chaos. So yes, when you do feel stressed, don't forget to go for a walk, meditate, salt bath. I keep getting water because of Pisces. I'd go and even walk on the beach or walk near a river. Anything to do with water I feel will help you release. So that's it for you, reading 3. Thank you very much. I hope you got something out of it all, and I'll see you all. Bye for now.